Ooh, would you stop me in the nuts tonight, baby? Anyways, so, whew, anyways, Bungie just had their big reveal of Destiny 2. Now, a lot of people are all excited about the whole joining the clan thing. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not. Now, don't misunderstand me, because there's two versions of that. There's the solo player trying to find somebody to play with, and then there's the we have a clan or we have a group, and you know, somebody had to go to dinner, somebody had to go to do homework, somebody had to get up in the morning for work, the wife is being a bitch, whatever. Okay. Now, on that end, it's great. Like, if you need an extra player, just and you find somebody. That's great. Now, if I'm a solo player, and oh, by the way, I am, yeah, I don't know if I want to join a clan of 5 other guys. My throat is fucked up. I don't know if I want to join a clan of 5 other guys to play a raid that I've never played before, or haven't played a lot of. Because guess what? If they are a clan, then they're playing as a clan a lot. Okay? Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I understand. God, my fucking throat. Something's wrong with my throat. It's going on for a couple days now. Anyways. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there are clans out there who want to help new people and shit. Okay. I get that. But the chances of me finding one, okay, it's slim to none. It's slim to none. And that's assuming I don't read through the comments, because I'm not going to sit there and read through 85 freaking comments. Oh, we're clan so-and-so, and we're here to help new players, and assuming they're not trolling the shit out of me. Like, I get in there and they, like, verbally abuse me or some shit. Okay. I just don't know if I want to join 5 other people. It's like coming into the party late, you know? It's like showing up to class and everybody's sitting there and you walk in and they just look at you. I don't know if I could deal with doing a raid like that. Now, the Nightfall's fine, because you only need 2 other people. Now, I don't know what clan you're going to find 2 people, but whatever. Because we can't have matchmaking because it's just, you know, it's just not the, no, bullshit. Basically, they're giving you matchmaking and saying they're not going to give you matchmaking. Okay. No, because I'm telling you right now, I got a problem with that. I mean, I'm just trying to picture myself joining a clan of 5 other guys, and you get to the fucking jumping puzzle, which I can never do. I keep falling the fuck off. Falling the fuck off. Falling the fuck off. Dude, one night I was there. We were there 45 fucking minutes. I couldn't make the jump. And I wasn't the only one. There was like another kid. Everybody else is at the end. They're sitting there and they're dancing and they're waiting to move in. And couldn't do it. So the prospect, and this was people that I know, the people I like to play with. Okay, now I'm trying to picture that same scenario with total fuck strangers who are all sitting at the end of the area, waiting for me with my warlock to jump from pillar to pillar to pillar to post. Okay. Like that, well, the second to last one there, what was it? The one with those stupid those little ships that would fly, and you had to like weasel your way around the fuck. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Especially the one like if you stood in the middle, the other one would come across and push you off this. Oh, that pissed me off so many fucking times. And then you try to jump, and it's just high enough where if you don't jump at just the right moment, you ain't gonna make it. And if you don't make it, you can't land back down and jump again. Because if you do, you're gonna fall off and die. And then you redo it. 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 And then you're and everybody else is like 100 miles ahead of me. Now, I know there were certain scenarios, I think they changed it, because I think there were certain scenarios where if certain people got too far ahead, they would basically just drag you along like an old pair of balls. They just drag you along. Now, in the first one, the first raid, the Vault of Glass, there's that stupid section with those fuckers who see you, and you got to run past them and like hide and run and hide. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even do that. I don't think I've ever done that part. See, because that's another problem. That's another problem. Every time I played with somebody, we always did the cheese part of it. Now, for those who don't know, the cheese is basically a cheap way to get past a certain section. Like the part that I was just talking about. I would actually, me and a bunch of other people would literally just back out of the game, wait for one or two guys to sneak past those stupid Gorgal, ungodly motherfucker, whatever they are, and they would run past, and then we would join back up on them on the other side. So there are whole sections of the raids that I have never even played properly. Like Crota. There's that section where you have to stand on those pillars and form the bridge, and you have to, one dude comes on, you got to grab the sword and run across. I have never actually done that. We've always done the whole everybody jump off the side and then revive as somebody, because what they could do, certain ones with their jump, and if they had the sword, they could actually make it across. And once they did, then it kind of like, it like, I don't know what it was, it like fucked up the spawning thing or whatever the hell it was. So it would basically make it so that everybody could just get across without having to screw around. I'd never actually done any of the raids the way they were meant to be done. Never. None of them. I have not once picked up the relic. Now, I picked up the relic, I didn't know what to fucking do with it. And I realize now, actually, to be honest with you, I think I know what to do. I think it's the L and R buttons. I think. But I've never actually used it. I've never used it. The sword, when you have to hit Crota with the sword. I have never picked up the sword once. Which is fine by me. I didn't really want to. Okay. No, I rather have, I'm going to be honest, the raids are very trying on me. They're very trying, and I have to be with a certain group of people. Like, if I'm not with this group of people, like, there could be one or two that are different, but there needs to be at least like 2 or 3 of the guys. And if I'm not with those 2 or 3 guys, then I can't do it. Like, if I'm with fucking strangers, like 5 total strangers trying to do that shit, yeah, nope, ain't happening. It ain't happening. I can tell you right off the bat, that shit ain't happening. Now, here's what my thought would be. Why can't they make a mini version of the raid? Now, hear me out. Make a mini version of the raid so that you could play solo, or you could play up to 3 players. Make it an easy mode. That way, somebody like me, who, like, I'll be honest with you, there are times I just want to get some gear and play it and just dick around and not deal with other people. Okay? But you can't do that in the raid. You just can't do that. You've got to deal with other people. Now, why can't they make a slimmed down mini version of the raid so that I could go in there for the first time, poke around, and get an idea of what to do? Now, granted, it's going to be different. Obviously, because the more people you have, the harder it'll be. So, but if they could find ways to tweak it so that it's a solo event, or up to 3 players even, although I prefer a solo event, because that way I could go in there and I could use the sword. I could learn how to use the sword. I could learn how to use the relic. I could learn how to do these things and do it on my own pace. Okay, now the way I would envision it is you have a slimmed down version, again, easy mode. You'd have your typical normal mode, which is your 6 players, and then eventually you have the hard mode. Now I would set it up, easy mode, you get 1 piece of gear. Normal mode, you get 2 pieces of gear. In hard mode, you get 3. Now they could do it where you get 2 different ones, and then maybe like the third one could be like, you know, a regurgitation of another one. Maybe hopefully at a higher level. Or something. You know, they could tweak that kind of stuff. Okay. And what that would do, essentially it would be like a second Nightfall, except instead of the strike or the missions, excuse me, because for those who don't know, they have the weekly Nightfall, which is like a really hard version of a story campaign. Where my suggestion is if they did a single solo 3-player potential version, they could have a second Nightfall that's raid based, and you get 1 piece of gear out of it once a week. That way I could feel confident in it, and that way I could go into the clan and be, oh, I'm with 5 other people who know what they're doing. I have an idea of what I'm doing now. As opposed to, you know, just being completely inept. Completely inept. Okay, that's my thought. Because, 1, having a second Nightfall would be good, especially if it was raid-based, especially if you had, like, the elements and the areas and, you know, the mechanics and different things that are going on. That way, again, because you could watch 100 videos of how to do it, but until you actually get in there and start doing it, it's a different thing. It's a whole different thing. Because, you know, it is what it is. And that way it would break it up. You wouldn't have to worry about any of that stuff. And people could actually practice even. It could almost be like a practice mode. Because you gotta understand, and this isn't, I know that may sound stupid, because it's like, you want a dumbed down version of it? Not really, but obviously, because if you're doing it solo, it has to be, you know, you can't have it where you need 3 people running this way, that way, the other to grab stuff. You know, you have to do it yourself. So, again, what they could actually do with that is keep it, like I said, as a second Nightfall, and just let people, you know, enjoy the freaking game. Because you gotta understand, not everybody can form a clan. Not everybody has the time to do this. Not everybody has the time to fuck around. And even the people who do, you know, little Johnny's gotta go eat dinner, mama's calling, you know, the wife's being a bitch. You play that game, damn it. How many times have you been on the fucking thing with a guy in a microphone and this stupid woman is gotta be a stupid bitch right in the middle of the fucking raid? And he just stands there. Dude, I've heard so many conversations and so many spats of boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband. You know, you don't respect me, you don't spend enough time with me, and the bitch doesn't realize he's on a microphone. I've heard that so many fucking times. It's like, I mean, seriously, darling, does he go to work? Yes, he does. Does he pay the bills? Yes, he does. When he's playing the game, shut the fuck up. For an hour and a half, you can shut the fuck up. And then you can bitch at him all you want. I don't give a fuck. Because not only are you bullshitting his life over, but you're fucking mine over too. So please, settle your shit down. Take care of whatever the fucking problem is yourself for about 2 minutes. Let him finish what he's doing. Let him help me out, and then you can go bitch at him. Okay, I'm sorry. Fucking stupid. But honest to God, I have heard more spousal spats over the fucking microphone than I care to even acknowledge in my lifetime. I mean, seriously, let the man have fucking half an hour, 45 minutes to himself. Okay, you don't need to be up his ass every second of every day. You wonder why he treats you that way. You wonder why he ignores your shit. Because you're an obnoxious bitch. Oh, God. I remember one time, the bitch was screaming and, like, throwing shit at him. He's like, hey, why are you throwing that stuff? Stop throwing stuff at me. And she, because what happens, oh, Jesus, another thing, women, oh, God. Oh, God, it's something to do with the microphone. Because you hear the guy and he's like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? And she's, holy fuck. She, honest to God, they sound like Charlie Brown's fucking teacher. Women have this high pitch in the background. You can't hear, you can hear what, you can't, no. You hear the tones, but you don't hear the words. Because again, it's something to do with the microphone. Oh my God. Oh, and the worst. Oh my God, the fucking people with kids. Holy Christ. Oh my. Oh. Now, listen, I don't mean to be a dick. I got there's a couple cool guys on there, but holy shit, my God. Oh my God. And the kid is just screaming into the mic. And the, dude, I'm telling you, this is coming from a single person, okay? Children's screams destroy your brain cells as a parent. I have seen grown adults just sit there and smile as their child is and I'm sitting there thinking, you don't have a sock you can shove in his fucking mouth? There's duct tape somewhere. Get some chloroform and knock the fucker out, okay? Pretend this is Casey Anthony or some shit. Bury him in the back fucking yard. No child should be making that kind of fucking noise unless he's being molested or chased by a fucking clown. That's it. Okay, if you're sitting and letting your kid do that, you, my friend, are a bad parent. I mean, I'm sorry. Children should not be screaming like that. I'm sorry. Again, unless you're being chased by a clown or a pedophile, or their uncle, one or the other. Now, what if their uncle's a pedophile clown? Okay, now, okay, I can understand a kid screaming like that. I could understand that kind of tonnage coming from the youth. I could get that. But just sitting there screaming for fucking no reason because Daddy said it's time for bed. No! Oh my Christ! Oh my Christ! Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, literally, you take the kid and you fire him out into the yard and you say, you don't want to go to bed? Fuck you. Sleep in the ditch. I mean, and over the microphone, it just reverberates, it echoes, and just echoes, and like, like you can just see the sound waves raping your ears and just piercing your brain. Like my brain is hurting right now just thinking about it. Oh my God. And I don't mean to be a dick, okay? I really don't. I get it. You had to test the theory that you could procreate. I get it. You had to go out and have sex and have, knock up the woman, the little angry woman. You had to knock her up. Couldn't afford a condom. No. What are we, family planning, guys? No, you can family plan all you want. You fucked up is what you done did. Okay. We all know it wasn't family planning. because believe me, if you planning, you ain't be doing that shit. Okay, because you rot your fucking brain out. These kids, I swear to Christ. And this is something that you see in every single adult parent. Their brain cells are just mush. There's a certain part of the brain that's about, I'd say about 1.5 inches right at the very tip. It's about 1.5 inches deep in. That when kids, oh my Christ, it just, and it like, oh, it's like this railroad tile just shoved literally like right up underneath your jaw and right up to your fucking brain, and like just sticks right out, like, ah. and they don't even notice it anymore. They are oblivious. Parents with children, small children, are oblivious to it. I have seen grown adults sitting there smiling. Little Johnny's done. No, little Johnny's not cute, motherfucker. Little Johnny ain't cute when he's doing that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You need to knock it the fuck up. You need to get right with Jesus or something, because you're fucked in the head. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, you got people who are working, they got families and shit, and they got school, and they got work in the morning. They don't have time to be sitting there 8 hours fucking around with a stupid, so-and-so, and they gotta go over there and knock the shield out and take the thing and shove it up her ass and then shoot her in the nuts. I mean, nobody's got time for that kind of shit. Okay? Your average player does not have time for that. And like Bungie's like, well, 50% of the people didn't play a raid. Dude, I bet you it's more than that. I will bet you 90% of people didn't play the fucking raid. Okay, that might be a little excessive, but it's more than 50%. I guarantee you that. I just happened to get lucky that I found, basically somehow, actually I don't know how the fuck I found these people. I remember this one dude. He went by the name Iceman, and I gotta give him credit. I gotta thank the guy, because I was stuck in a rut. I couldn't get any higher, because this is back Prison Elders, like the first Prison Elders. They give you matchmaking for the first one, like level 28, but then what is it? 32 is the next one, and you need 32. And when you beat it, you got like an armor core, a weapon core or some shit, or armor core, whatever the fuck it was. And I needed everything but that armor core, or whatever it was. Armor core, chest piece, whatever the hell it was. And I could not freaking do it. I literally had to go on the LGBT, whatever the fuck community it was, the LGBT, whatever the fuck it was. That stupid community where you post and like, oh, I need somebody to help and blah blah blah. I found a guy who's like, I'm willing to help new people do level 32, and I was like, okay, fine. He's like, okay, give me your information, your name and shit, and I'll see you after work. And then I was, I got on there, he's on there, and me and him and another kid, he's helping another kid, because he's higher level, so he can do it. Like, you could probably practically do the shit by yourself once you're the higher level. But I was stuck at like that I want to say it was level 32? Or no, level 28 I think it was. Or 29, something like that. Yeah, I think 30 was the cap at the time. Whatever. And he helped me through that. And once I got that, it's like everything else just kind of fell into place. So I gotta thank the guy. So it's like, I get there are people out there who want to help, but the chance of me finding another guy who's cool, I don't have that kind of luck, okay? I don't have that kind of luck. I swear to God. Like, my group, now, I'm the oldest guy in the group, okay? I'm 40 fucking years old. I am an old, dirty bastard, okay? We got 32-year-olds. We got 13-year-olds. Now, I'm sorry, but there's just something very, very unique about hearing a 13. Get a pic. You got to picture their little high-pitched little tones and shit, like their little, pre-puberty. Actually, probably closer to 11, 12-year-olds. Their little preteen kind of voice, a little crackle voice, and You gotta picture them, or picture that voice with a certain term just being thrown out into the atmosphere. And that certain term, again, out of the blue, is circle jerk. I'm 40 years old. I don't think I've ever used that term a day in my life. I know what it is, but I've never used it. So to hear a little 12, 13-year-old kid, he's circle jerking, I'm like, holy Jesus. I couldn't help but laugh my tits off because it was hysterically funny. But yeah, I'm like the oldest one in my group, and it's like, and by like 10 years, dude, I mean, we're almost like 8, I'm almost like 8 years older than everybody else. And it pisses me off. It does, it pisses me off. Because these little, I swear to God, the kids today, I swear to God. Like these fucking toddlers today. I got a Switch, guys. I got a Switch, guys. I got a Switch. You know what I had when I was that fucking age? A fucking NES. Bullshit. No, actually, fuck it. I didn't even have an NES. I had the one before that. Well, I had an NES, but I had before that. What is it? The ColecoVision, or whatever the fuck it was. It came with this phone cord, these two rectangular fucking controller things with this knob, like a twisty knob, and it had a phone cord. And whatever the hell that thing was, I think it was like the ColecoVision or the Intellivision or some fucking thing. It was. Actually, I think there was two of them. There was two of them very similar. And holy Jesus. I mean, I'm trying to think back to this is like 82, 83. Like, Nintendo, I think, came out, what? The NES came out, what? 85? Maybe? I didn't get my NES until, like, what was it? 87? Shit, I remember that. Because I was at a friend's house. And I had stayed at his house for like a couple days. Because he lived up in the woods and the family and the whole nine. And I had stayed with him for like the weekend or some freaking thing. And then when I came home, I was like 13 years old or something. 12, no, it was less than... Whatever the fuck, I don't even know what the fuck age I was. I don't even care anymore. And... my mother had gone out and bought one. Just randomly. It wasn't a holiday, it wasn't a birthday, it wasn't Christmas. She just bought one. And I remember that day. I remember that. Because what freaking happened, and this is probably my own fault, because I was a prick as a kid. Like, I would open gifts. Like, my mother would put gifts under the tree, and I'd go get, like, an X-Acto knife and cut off the tape, and be like... I was playing Yoshi Island. Like, I had literally taken the game cartridge out of the game. I left the box in there. Okay, so, at Christmas morning, I opened an empty box. No, actually, what I did is I put another game that I had and just stuck it in, because my mother didn't know the fucking difference. You know, in fact, I probably didn't have to do that. And then I kind of carefully put the tape back. I was playing Yoshi Island. She came in, I'm playing Yoshi's Island, and it's like, hey, Ma. And she's like, hey, you know, whatever. Because what happened was when I got my first NES, I'm getting off topic here, but that's okay. It's my clip, fuck you. My aunt and my mother had gone out. Now, this was like $150. I remember that. It was $150. This is before they went up to $200. Yeah, that's how old that shit was. It was $150. And my mother had... This is like weeks before, probably November or maybe even late October. Okay. And my mother had taken it upstairs in my aunt's apartment. And she hid it up there. Well, I knew where it was. That's where she always hid the stuff. In the one closet. Well, her and my mother were out. I went upstairs and I went and got it. Because it wasn't wrapped or anything. It was like in a bag. But I took it out. I'm looking at it. I got all the parts and shit. I'm reading the manual and stuff. And of course, I hear them come home. And I'm like, oh shit. So I quickly bundle everything back up. They can understand. I had the whole thing because they had like the styrofoam, and it was the controllers and the cords and the things, and it came with Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and Duck Hunt. Oh, and it had the zapper. I had the old gray zapper too, not that stupid faggy orange one. Give me a break. I had the old beast one. I had the one that, you know, you kids would mistake for real guns and then go play with the real gun and kill themselves. Remember that shit? Little conspiracy that they had. That's what I had. I had the one that kills you. And then they had to change it to orange, so like, oh no, this isn't a real gun, kids. You know, that stupid bullshit. Anyways. Well, when I got it for Christmas frickin' morning, you know, this is back because what we did later in years is we'd open our gifts Christmas Eve because it just made it easier. Because we'd have to get up, we'd open gifts. I don't remember if we even did breakfast. I don't think we did. We would open gifts, and then we'd have to quickly get showered, and then drive 45 minutes up to my grandmother's and have Christmas dinner with her, or Christmas lunch rather. You know, the ham and the shit, and we had it all. So later in years, my mother's like, you know what, why don't we just open them up Christmas Eve? And we always had this nice Christmas Eve because it's dark out, you got the lights, and you know, you have the dinner, and you go and you wrap the gifts. Because that way I could always play the games like that night, especially the portable stuff. Then I could take with me, which was great in later years, but that's neither here nor there. And what happened was, I remember I got the NES, I hooked it up. It's probably 1:30 in the morning. There's no lights on. I have this old stinky green blanket that smells like the dog wrapped over my shoulders. I'm sitting in this freaking metal chair. It wasn't like your typical like WWE metal chair. This is like one of those cheap 70s piece of trash. Well, actually, it wasn't a piece of trash. It was actually pretty sturdy, but it was so old that it was a piece of trash. Because like the steel chairs, the metal chairs you get today are crap. The ones you had back then, they were like steel. Like they'd hold your shit. Okay. I mean, they'd hold your shit. Okay. Not like this crap you see today that breaks, you know, just looking at it. Anyway, so I'm sitting huddled there. It's on, and you keep in mind, I think it was on the black and white TV. Or maybe I had just upgraded to the color. We're talking like a 13-inch fat boy. This isn't, you know, your 50-inch screen that these little bitch kids get today. Okay, there was no flat screen. There was no HDMI. There was none of that bullshit. Okay, 4K, guys. Oh my god. Okay, there was no 4K. You got 4 fucked is what you got. You got 4 flushed and 4 fucked. That's what you had back in the fucking 80s. I'll tell you that much. This was shit. This wasn't even 720p. This was like go fuck yourself. Okay. I mean, so I'm sitting. This fucking TV had bunny ears with tinfoil on the motherfuckers. Okay. Like I had to wiggle the damn thing and get like, you know, radio signals from space, from aliens and shit, just to get the fucking TV to work. This is back like nightly news when like 6 o'clock would roll around and it was like, oh, Dan Rather's on. Fuck. Okay. There was none of this 24-hour news cycle. There was no Roger Ailes 24-hour news cycle with women with slut legs and short skirts. There was none of that shit. Oh no. Oh no. He had like 4 channels. And every time it rained, your cable went out. You didn't even really have cable. I remember the one cable box. It looked like a freaking 70s blender with these little prong things that you push in as buttons, and it would go click. It makes this grinding click sound like some old, like, I don't even know, like an egg beater. Like imagine taking an egg beater, and who the fuck even uses egg beaters, but take an egg beater and like just grind it into like a metal piece of shit. Okay, it would make this just crunching grind. It's just this weird it was, oh my god, it was this weird crunchy sound, like this metal on metal fuck yourself sound. And every time it rained, even a cloud, the cable would go out. So we didn't even have cable. This is actually shit, that was pre-cable. I think that was like 88. This is pre-cable. There was no internet, there was no online guides. There was none of that. Why is my phone ringing? Fuck my phone. So anyways, I opened up the damn thing. It's all set up. It's ready to go. And it don't work. Don't know why it don't work. My mother gets on the horn. This is earlier in the day. This is like after Christmas. We got home from Graham's. This is the night. That night. And this is Christmas like day. So my mother's on the horn talking to like Nintendo help hotline. Okay, 1-800, 1-800 collect. Oh shit, that was even pre that shit. And they're like, oh yeah, put in the cartridge and wiggle it up and down, wiggle it up and down. So it's 1:30 in the morning. I got this green dog-haired covered stinky blanket wrapped around my shoulders. The only light beaming on my face is from the television. And for some reason I had Centipede too. I had 3 games. I can't remember if my mother bought Centipede or if it came with Centipede or whatever. But I had Duck Hunt, Centipede, or Millipede, whichever one it was, and Mario Brothers. And I got Mario Brothers, and I'm flipping, because you gotta understand, when this isn't like that stupid little top loader one. This is the one you put in, like you slide it in and you have to push down. Okay, you had to wiggle that up and down to get the bitch to work. So I'm like 1 o'clock in the morning, and you hear it because it got this little spring, and it just squeaks, and every time you did it, and you hear it clunk, 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 clunk. So it's just a squeak and a clunk, and a squeak and a clunk, and a squeak and a clunk. And eventually it would work. Anyways, my mother took it back and was like, fuck that, you ain't got anything. So for the longest ass time, I think maybe even a month, I had 3 I know, actually I didn't have the 3 games because we had to take the 1 game back. The Mario and the Duck Hunt. So I had Millipede or Centipede, whichever one it was. And anyways, so like months later, I think it was like February or March even, maybe, yeah, it was wintertime, so it was probably February. So it's probably a month and a half later. Or maybe it was January, I don't know, whatever. I come home from my friend's house, Jamie's house, where I spent the weekend, and all of a sudden, my mother's like, oh, I got a surprise for you. I walk in and like, holy shit, and it's sitting there, and it's like, and it works. You power it. Oh my god, it's the greatest moment in my fucking life. It's the greatest moment in my life. I literally have not had a moment in my life that has topped that moment. That's how sad my life is. Anyways, back to Destiny fucking 2. I don't know why I got off on that tangent, but Jesus. Whew. So, yeah, I kind of like everything. I mean, for the most part, with the exception of you can join 5 clan members. And you can take out a raid. Yeah, you can go kiss my dick, too. I mean, seriously, Bungie, if you can find it, you can kiss my dick. I'm not joining 5 clan members ever to play a raid that I don't know. Okay? That ain't happening. I don't care how great the community is. Okay, I'm not joining 5 random people and then getting stuck on the stupid jump puzzles and then feeling like complete shit. Okay? I don't need that kind of abuse. Like I said, if I want that kind of abuse, I'll get a Ouija board and contact my dead mother. Because I am literally one rainy day away from putting a gun in my fucking mouth and ending it all. Okay, I'm just going to throw that out to you. So, yeah. But again, I like it on the other end. Like, if you got a clan and somebody had to leave, you quickly need to find somebody else, you can do it quickly. I like that. That's good. It's just... And don't get me wrong, I do have, I don't want to say a clan, but we got a group. It's just, The group isn't always reliable. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I just want to play the game by myself. I would really like to be able to do a mini version of the raid by myself. I just would. That way I can do every element, I can figure out what to do, I can get the mechanics down, I can get an idea of what to do. I really wish they'd offered that. And having a second Nightfall that was raid-based is not a bad idea. It's actually an intelligent idea, and you're welcome to it. Now, what I want to know is, what the fuck happened to our Guardians? Okay, they're like, well, these bad guys, they came in and they, like, destroyed the tower. And, yeah, they took all your vault space. Which I find fucking ironic, considering there was no vault space, you fuckers. You've been promising for 3 years you're gonna give us vault space. Every goddamn time I go in there, no space, no space, no space, no space. And now these motherfuckers are taking it. Now, first off, I don't understand why they couldn't do pages. Like, you know, they actually did do pages. Like, you look at this, page 1, page 2, page 2. Why couldn't it say page 503? I mean, seriously. Whatever. And I'm sure there's some stupid excuse. Basically, what I hear when I hear that excuse is, okay, that's what I hear. Because it's a rhetorical question. Like when I say, why didn't we get vault space? It's a rhetorical fucking question of, you fucked up, you need to figure it out. Not, I don't want to hear your stupid excuses. But anyways, it's going to be kind of cool to, I'm assuming by the looks of it, you get to play the 3 Vanguard people. Whatever the fuck their names are. I can't remember the freaking names. The woman, Cade, what's her name? I can't remember her name. The Warlock babe, Cade, and Vula, whatever the fuck his name is. Now, I'll be honest with you, seeing the tower all fucked up. Now, hopefully, you know, it'd be nice, I'll be honest with you, it'd be nice if this enemy that comes into town, it'd be nice if you took Eververse and just fucking destroyed it. Just took it and fuck you. Fuck you, there's Eververse, fuck you. No more Eververse for you. We're gonna have emotes, and if you buy a bunch of emotes, all the DLC will be free for about 10 minutes, and then we'll start charging you again. Oh, God. No, first off, if you're going to do DLC, or, excuse me, if you're going to do paid bullshit like that, I want guaranteed drops. If I drop $10, I want to guarantee what the fuck I'm going to get. None of this, well, you get some random stuff, and no, randomize my ass. Okay, none of this RNG bullshit with real fucking money. I'll be honest with you, I got pissed and I actually stopped playing for a while. During that first Halloween episode, they had that stupid skull mask. I dropped $10 goddamn and didn't get the fucking mask, and it pisses me off to this day. And of course, my one idiot fucking friend, good old Ray, love you Ray, you fuck. He had, no, the currency is silver. He had silver left over when they gave it away for free. They gave a little bit for free. He had some left the fuck over. He's like, oh, cha-ching, I got it, oh! And then he went off. And I dropped $10 and got nothing. Yeah, the fucking problem with that guy, I tell you. It's like, once he gets everything, he's done. He's like, fuck it, I'm done, you know. And he don't come back. Me, I'm struggling to find this shit. I'm still struggling, because shit's random. He gets it, like, right off the fucking bat, within, like, 10 seconds. And he's all done. Like, forever. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Now, occasionally, there was a couple things that I got, like, right off the bat. And... you know, like, whatever the fuck, what the hell was it? It was one particular weapon that people couldn't get. And I got like 6 of them back to back. He couldn't get it. Oh, then the fucking Gallahorn. Dude, I could not get the Gallahorn. I got the Gallahorn, I think it was, I want to say year 3. I got the Gallahorn in a random freaking drop. Dude, I was excited as dicks. Now, keep in mind, it was year 2. It was like tail end of year 2. Because, you know, they brought the Gallahorn back. They brought a year 3 version, which, for those who don't know, you had the Gallahorn, which was like the big rocket launcher. Like, you could take out anybody with this fucking thing. Like, if your whole team had Gallahorns, and keep in mind, it was all random, so some people did, some people didn't. You could take out most of the major bosses just by spamming the bejesus out of them. So we got to the point where I had like a better rocket launcher, and then the Gallahorn in year 2 was completely inept, the year 1 version. And then when I got, dude, I was like one of these idiots you see screaming on TV, oh my god, I got it, oh my god, oh my god. And of course there's nobody around. I'm playing by myself because everybody's left, because they got bored with it. And I'm like excited. I got this fucking Gallahorn finally that I didn't even need. But I was just happy as dicks to get the fucking thing. Oh, another thing that bugs the fuck out of me that they did from year 1 to year 2, and it's just bone dumb stupid. I don't understand it. You can maybe explain it, but basically your explanation doesn't mean shit to me because it's just dumb. And that is, if you had a year 1 version of something that carried over to year 2, if you had the right materials, you could buy the year 2 version from the kiosk. Because they had like page 1, which was year 1, and page 2, which was year 2. So, for example, if I had year 1 Gallahorn, I could have got the year 2 Gallahorn, assuming they had a year 2 Gallahorn. But you know what I mean. Whatever. Let's say the Hawk Moon. If I had year 1 Hawk Moon, I could get year 2 Hawk Moon. Well, let's say you didn't get year 1, and you ended up getting year 2 version. You couldn't then go back and unlock year 1. Now, I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But when I look at year 1, and I know that I've got a certain gun, year 2, and I see year 1 and it's not colored in, that irritates me. I should just be able to go boop and just unlock it. I should just be able to unlock it once I get year 2. Because again, you get year 1, you get year 2. But if you get year 2, you're fucked with year 1. And again, I know it doesn't matter. Well, actually, that's not true. It does matter. Because a couple times I deleted characters. Dude, I've played Destiny so many freaking times. I've deleted... I have my original Warlock from day 1. But my Hunter and my Titan, I have deleted each one of those probably 5 times. And just replayed over the years. Because to me, the most fun part was, you know, just doing the whole leveling up system. Now, the way I would set it up, actually, I'd take a page out of Call of Duty where you put in prestige. Let's say it's 15 prestige. Let's say that's you. In other words, let's say you go from level 1 to level 100. Now, the way it's currently set up, level 40 is the cap. And if you start a new character, you have to play from level 1 to level 40. Once you play level 40, let's say in this case I had another character that I deleted, and all the weapons that I had and all the gear that I had that's level 40 and above, I put in my vault. So even though my character isn't level 40, my gear is still there. So when my character gets to level 40, I can then pull out all that gear and I'm back to normal. Well, I would have set it up where, okay, let's say 40 was the cutoff. Or let's say they want to do 50 if they wanted to even it out. But, you know, 40, 60 is good. What they should have done was raise the cap to 100. You go from 40 to 100. Now, I know that seems like a lot, but hear me out. Or, well, I'm talking for Destiny 2. So the values would be different. But I'm using year 1 as the example. Or Destiny 1 as the example. So, for example, let's say they did 40, 60. So you get to level 40, and this is assuming you had a character before. You can then put on all the old gear that you had and get their light level up to whatever that max will be. But then you go 41, 42, 43, blah, 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 up to 100. Once you hit 100, you then prestige and go back down to 1. But what happens is you get to keep a weapon. Let's say an exotic. Or no, better yet, let's say you keep a weapon or a piece of gear, whatever you want, or maybe you can keep a weapon and a piece of gear, whatever. However you tweak it. And then by doing Prestige 1, you get an exotic. So essentially you'd get an exotic, which would be random. It could be a piece of clothing, it could be a weapon, whatever. And then let's say I don't know, the Fate Bringer. Let's say you want to keep the Fate Bringer. Okay, so you go back down to level 1, you keep the Fate Bringer plus your new exotic. And you go level 1, 2, 3, up to 40. You can put on your other gear, you go from 40 to 60, and then you prestige again, you keep another piece of gear, and you get a new exotic. So let's say you get 15 exotics. Let's say you did all 15, you get 15 exotics, and of course then it doesn't matter, you can keep all your gear. I think that would be kind of interesting, because the really best part of the game is the leveling up, I think, at least. That's just me. Now, granted, you'd have people at different levels, and they wouldn't be able to maybe do the raids and stuff. Although it shouldn't really make a difference. I mean, you could probably carry somebody. Like, if they're level 1 prestige, they could probably, because especially if they've got like a primary, they could probably handle their own on a basic year 1 version of a raid. Maybe. I mean, they might want to level up a little bit, but you're going to level up to at least 10 within probably the first day or two, so it's not like you're going to be missing out a lot. So you could be like level 10, as long as they balanced it out a little bit. I think you could work that, especially if you prestige and you got to keep one of your normal gear that you get at level 40. And again, that's assuming you had a character before and you had actual gear once you hit 40. Now, if it's your first time you're playing, then any of the gear you get is going to be new. So, either or, doesn't really matter. But I don't know, maybe I'm fucked in the head, I don't know. I mean, there's probably a few things you'd have to iron out with all that, but I like the idea of constantly going up in levels, because again, to me that was the most fun part. And then, because what happened is every time you play, you see level 40, level 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. Everybody who's on the map is 40, 40, 40. Occasionally you see a 3. Occasionally you'll see a 37. And then it's 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 17, 40, 40, 40, 40. Because what would happen with that is people would have different gear all the time. Because what happened, every time there's a new DLC, everybody rushes to get the new gear, everybody wears the new gear, everybody looks the same. And you don't really have a downtime. See, that's the problem. That was one of the biggest problems I think Destiny 1 had, is that when the new DLC came out, people were craving it so much because they love the game, they want to get back into it, that they get all the shit and then they get burnt out, and it's like, eh. And there was no real reason for them to come in and be like, oh, okay, I've hit the level cap. Now I can wear any piece of armor and any set that I want to wear. So let's go back to wearing, whatever set. You never really had that where it's like, yeah, people are coming back to do that. Occasionally, maybe, but usually it's whatever your best gear is, you just wear it. And until you get enough gear that's, like 3 or 4 pieces or 3 or 4 pieces of, weapons that are actually up to par, you're pretty much using the one weapon that you have that's the highest at any given moment. You're using whatever No, you can't infuse it, obviously, but, you know, if it's a good piece of equipment, why are you going to infuse it? You're going to keep it until you get something better, then you're going to infuse that into, you know, I don't know. But if you had different prestiges, you would have, because it would be kind of cool, because you're like, oh, your 7th prestige, what's your exotic? Oh, that's cool. You know, you'd have that moment in there too. And people would actually want a prestige, because they, I mean, shit, I'd want to see what the 15th prestige is, assuming it's not, you know, a piece of crap. You know, little Breath of the Wild joke there. You know, whatever. But, you know, because I think that would be a lot of fun, because it would keep people playing. Because one of the problems is once you hit the caps, it was like, there's no point in playing. Why should I keep grinding and getting stupid shit when I've already got everything I need? Yeah, I might get another gun that I don't need, but it's a higher light level that I can infuse into a gun that I want, but what's the point of doing that? That ain't fun. You know? But if you're constantly going back to level 1, it would add some new challenge to it. It would add a whole, there's like a whole slew of stuff that it would add and make it a lot more fun, I think. And you'd have people at different levels too. So you'd have things like strikes that, okay, well, I'm level 10, so I'm playing with level 10, you know? And what would be cool is like, okay, I'm prestige 1, I've got the Fatebringer, yet I'm playing with other people who are not prestige 1, but they're still level 10, and maybe they're less, and I can go in and kind of help those guys out, because I got a nice gun here. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. So what else was there? I kind of like the idea, and I'm hoping you get to play as the Guardians, not Guardians, the Vanguard people. I think that'd be kind of cool, because, you know, it's about time. What else was there? I don't care about the PC stuff. I'm not a PC gamer. I don't give two shits about that. Personally, I wish they'd bring up the fucking Switch. I'll tell you that much right now. Because, I mean, shit. Destiny is the kind of game that you have to log into. So, they could easily take it and make the Switch version a version where you log in. I can log into, let's say, my PSN account. Or that variant of whatever that account is on my PS4. I could play it on the Switch. I could play that fucker on the go. I could be sitting on the toilet, playing Destiny on the toilet, doing a raid, sitting there with shit coming out my ass. That'd be amazing. Not gonna lie. I would never do that, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, all these people take their smartphones into the bathroom. I mean, you do realize that there's like an open camera and an open mic and an open internet, and you're sitting there with your pants down. I don't know. That's just weird to me, but whatever. Yeah, just especially like, because what they could do with that is, okay, you got your PC version. They could even add that in there. You could do your PC bullshit, you could do your Xbox bullshit, and you could do your PS4 bullshit. And when it comes to the Switch, you could either have a new account, or you could log into the account that you have. Because there's no reason they couldn't do that. There's no reason the Xbox account couldn't be the same as the PSN account. There really isn't. They tried to hog tie it to the individual systems, but it's an online game. You log into the shit. You should be able to log into the fucker no matter what system you're using. That's just stupid. Now, if they could do that and let the Switch version log into any of the other three, I mean, think about that. Basically, I could be playing it on the Switch, get a really nice gun, close it down, and then go sit and open up the PS4, and the gun's there. That would be fucking awesome. That would be amazing. Now think about that. I mean, I would totally buy that. Now, if they're lazy and anal about it, okay, and if there were a Switch version, it had to be a separate version. I would consider buying it twice. Just to have it portable would be awesome. I'm not gonna lie. But if I could log into my PSN version, my PSN, not my PSN account, but my PSN Destiny profile, or even the Xbox One profile, or whatever profile I've got, and I could log in with my Switch, which is basically just log into fucking Destiny servers, okay? Put in your email and password, or whatever, you know? That would be freaking cool. I'm not gonna lie, that would be really, really cool. I know they won't do that, but that would be very cool. Yeah, Switch version that actually let you do that would be... Because, I mean, let's be honest, you know? No, I don't know if I'd want to play it on a little tiny screen, but to actually have it portable would be kind of cool. That would be very cool. Especially if they had, like, motion control. I mean, they could kind of do... I don't know. Actually, they wouldn't be able to do that. I was going to say, they could maybe do, like, a motion control version, but the problem is they don't have the sensor bar, and you have to keep recalibrating it. So I would say it could be almost on par with, like, keyboard and mouse and shit, but it wouldn't be. Actually, that would be worse than a regular controller, because you got to keep constantly resetting it. So, yeah, that wouldn't work. But, you know, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I'm definitely interested. I'm definitely interested in it. I like the idea that they've got different stuff on the map. I like that you do not have to go into orbit. Thank the Christ. Oh my God. That was so stupid. Like, if I wanted to do something, I had to stop, load out to go to orbit, watch the ship, then call up what I wanted, hit launch, hit yes, I want to, you know, hit reaffirm, and then wait for the thing to load, wait for the animation of the ship to take off, to load, and then watch the ship fly. It's, oh God, that was so fucking obnoxious. They need to fix those load times. They really need to fix the load times. So even with just being able to do it right from the map, where you just kind of call it up and go, they better make sure that the load times are not complete garbage again, because if they think it's just good enough, like, oh well, we'll take out that extra step, and yeah, and the load times are still garbage. No. You take out the extra step and you make the load times better. Okay, this is 2017. This isn't make believe. This is the land of make believe here. You figure the fuck out. Anyways, I'm curious what the fuck happens to our Guardians. Are our Guardians still alive? Do we actually get to keep our Guardians, or do we have to start over fresh with new ones? I almost don't know if I want to start a new one. In fact, I probably would. I'd almost like to start a new one. But again, how are they going to explain that our Guardians aren't there? Did our Guardians die? Which means our ghost had to have died. Because if we died, then our ghost revives us. And of course, if there's no light, you can't revive them. So if they take the light away and our Guardians have died, you know, I don't know what that means. Cause I think it'd be interesting if our Guardians died. I do. I think that'd be kind of interesting. Like the Guardians from Destiny 1 died. Like, that's a lot of paperwork. Because, like I said, the ghost has to die, the light has to be taken away, and, you know, they actually have to die. Which I guess isn't that hard, but still. Anyways. What else? Is there anything else? I don't know how I feel about the specials. I don't know how I feel about them. You got the Captain America one for what, the Titan, I think it was. The Shield. that looks kind of cool, but again, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it plays fine. It plays, it's fun, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that one. And then you got the Hunter, which is like Nightwing with the stupid staff, and he's flipping around and shit, like something on a Batman. And I don't know about the Warlock, where they jump up in the air and they start shooting, almost like that beam of shit that would come out of the Master Sword from Zelda, like that shit. I don't know how I feel about that. It's when I first saw that, I was like, holy shit, that's like the Titans Hammer Smash, or same vein, same idea. And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then I kind of was watching it and was like, I don't know. I really dig my Void. I dig my Void. I really do. Shooting those things out. Oh god. Especially with the rock paper scissors, like a Titan would pop the bubble. There was a couple times in the Crucible shit, the PvP stuff, where they'd be like capping a flag or something, or capping a control, and I'd run in and just jump in the air and go poof, with the frickin' Void and take out the bubble and then throw a grenade. And because there was one time, in fact I got a video of this, it's absolutely hysterical. You got these two schmucks inside of a bubble. One's waving, he's cute, and the other's dancing, and the other guy kind of peeks out and throws a grenade at me. I duck out of the way, so when his grenade blows up, I do take some damage, but then I hit him with my super, destroy the shield, throw my grenade, kill both of them, and run in and cap the freaking thing. It was one of the greatest moments of Destiny history for me. Another example of great Destiny moment, and I really hope they find a way to make this happen again. I was a lower light level. I think I may have been like 13. No, I wasn't even light. We didn't have light then. We had just level 13. I was level 13. And I was running around on the map, patrol zone or something, or even a mission or something. I don't know what it was, but I was like out on the main area on Earth, and I was getting my ass handed to me. And all of a sudden, somebody literally came around the corner, a higher level, I think maybe like 17, and just completely saved my ass. And I was like, wow, thank God they came. I mean, they came like right at the right moment. I was red bar. I mean, I was ready to die. So I really hope they kind of can find a way to bring that back, because that was a really cool experience, where it's just some random guy just out of nowhere, just started shooting at the bad guys, and saved me. I thought that was the coolest moment. And the other thing I liked was I love the idea of, on Earth, they had that one section where you go down, and in that dark room area, you had those stupid, guys? They were yellow barred and you couldn't kill them. I thought that was so fucking cool, because it was like, oh, these guys are like badass. These guys are like super badass, and you can't kill them. And then when you actually get the game and you level up and you go back down and you can actually start to kill them, that was a cool feeling. I have to admit, that right there was kind of cool. Because, yeah, it just was. Another thing I hope they do, if they bring back the gold chests, whatever items you get in that son of a bitch, it would really be nice if they leveled up with your character. And that's another thing. All the freaking gear that you get would be nice if it leveled up. Because there's been numerous freaking times when I went back to do, let's say, a quest from, like, even year one. Like, there's a bunch of quests I didn't even do. Like, a bunch of Crucible quests I didn't do. And when I finally started to do them, now keep in mind, I'm at like the highest light level and the highest overall level. Like, my overall level is 40, my light level is at 400, and I go and do these things, and it's like making a big deal about it, and like, oh, let me go talk to the Vanguard faction, and like, oh, they're gonna give me a reward, and instead of giving me like a 400 attack, it gives me like a 22, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? I had one of them give me a freaking green. Now, if you know anything about that, green is like you see, basically green is like garbage, green for garbage essentially. We're talking like level, like after I think like level 10. I don't know. When do you still get greens after? I can't remember. Well, they changed it. I think it was after level 20 you didn't get it. That was the original, and then I think they upped it to 40 or something like that. Level 40, whatever. Anyway, there's a time when you stop getting greens, or no, it's the whites. You stop getting the whites. I think you still get greens now, but they're not as plentiful as they used to be. Because now you get like blues and the occasional purple, which. Anyways, one thing that really bugs me that Destiny did is they fucked up the story. No, I know everybody's like, no, I mean, they fucked up the story and then they went back and fucked it up again. Now, if you played Destiny from day one, I'm talking like alpha, beta, you know, day one launch, okay, you had Vanilla Destiny, which was the original, and then it was what, 3 or was there 4? I can't remember. 3 or 4 DLC packs, whatever it was. And each one of those DLC packs had their own unique thing going on, obviously. Well, what they did is they completely shoehorned everything together and like mushed it up in like a little ball of poop and just turned it into this story of bullshit. Now keep in mind, they literally ruined the Destiny story to begin with. There was no story. I mean, you got that stupid robot bitch, and she's like, well, I don't have time to tell you what I don't have time to tell you, and blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Okay, all this non-information bullshit, right? Well, they then took Vanilla Destiny and then sandwiched it in with all the DLC and made this big orgy clusterfuck of a story. An example, if you delete your character and go back and play, which, like I said, I've done a couple times, I go back and I play from level 1, I start right over, and then once I get to level 40, I get my gear that I had from my original character. What happens is you're playing along, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, let's go do something for Eris, which was your first DLC. Okay, not really a big deal. Doesn't really fit with the story. I think they actually deleted some missions because either that or it's Mandela effect, because I remember some missions that are no longer in the game, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, so it's either, like I said, either Mandela effect or whatever, but so okay, fine, you're doing a little bit of the DLC. I suppose it could work in there, big deal, you know, whatever. But anyways, I think you're probably level 11, maybe 10, 11 when you first get to Venus. Well, you first get to Venus, and all of a sudden the Taken show up. Now, the Taken don't show up until like level 25 in the second to last DLC, which actually has a mission explaining what and who these fuckers are. Okay, which is, it's just so stupid, because you're level 11, you're going along the story normal, and all of a sudden these guys who you don't know who for fuck what just show up. These little white and black dudes with this little, you know, creepy exterior, just, and there they are. And then, like 15 levels later, they're like, oh yeah, these guys, this is where they came from. It's so stupid. They completely took the story, fucked it, and then refucked it when they... oh my god. It pisses me off, because anybody who's new they're not going to experience Destiny the way I did, which was the proper way. Because clearly, if I'm a new player, like right now, if somebody new is playing this game for the first time. That story that had no story and didn't make sense makes even less fucking sense now. I mean, how do you screw up a story that you've already screwed up? Like, I mean, they literally made it worse. They told no story and then made it worse. And I'm still really pissed off, just for the record, about that first Wolves DLC. Because the whole point was, all of a sudden you're running around out on the freaking field, and a ship flies over, and all these wolves, this pack of bastards, come out, and then, you know, there's a, you know, whatever, and you have to take them all out. And you take out the main boss, the main guy, and the whole point was to get a key so that you could go to the Prison of Elders and then do all that and then get the chest at the end and unlock the chest. Well, they took all that out. They took that all the fuck out. I understand, because the whole key thing was obnoxious, so they're basically like, okay, you do the Prison of Elders, you go down and you get the chest, it just opens up automatically, you don't need a key, so you don't need a key, the wolves don't show up. Except for on Mars in like one spot. Well, that's stupid. Because a game like Destiny, you can't just add stuff and then take it away. Because there's a newsflash: there's never enough content for a game like this. You could pump out legitimate story missions, legitimate, you know, things, legitimate weapons and gear and shit, and just everything, every second of every single solitary day, and there's still never going to be enough stuff. So to sit there and take an entire DLC pack that I paid $30 for and essentially shit can it, I gotta be honest, that pisses me off on multiple frequencies. Because A, I paid for it, it's essentially no longer there. Now there's a few elements that are still there, but the bulk of it, because again, you're running along, all of a sudden just randomly some dude flies over and you have an opportunity. Do I want to take these guys out, or do I just want to keep going and do what I'm doing? Okay. No, you say, well, why would you want to do it? Because you don't need the key. Okay, so fine. Why not have it where maybe random exotic drops, or a random, you know, legendary drops instead of a key? It's just something else more to do in a game that is about finding more stuff to do. And then they take that part out, and it's stupid. It completely ruined a really horrible story. I mean, think about that. The story was horrible, and they ruined it even further. Whatever. So I really don't want to see them fucking around with that shit. If they add something, leave it in there. Especially if I pay for the shit. I want that there. I just do. Even if it's not relevant, it doesn't matter. Like the wolves. The wolves showing up had nothing to do with whether it was relevant or not. It was a staple for a while, and now they took it away. And again, it was something else you could do. Because this is a type of game and franchise that there's never enough to do. There's never. Like I said, they could have every single solitary second of every single solitary day planned out, where there's an event, like a major event, and it's still never going to be enough. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, they seriously, there should be mini events. Like, let's take Destiny 1. The tower should have many events. There should be one every 2 weeks, essentially. That's 24 a year. Now, they can repeat, but there should be stuff going on. Okay, like, for example, Wednesday is Arms Day. Well, guess what? That stuff is boring as fuck. You get these half-ass shitty fucking weapons, and, oh, get 500 headshots, or whatever the hell it is. Or 50 headshots, or whatever the hell it is, or kill 50 of this one, or kill this, kill that. That shit got boring after about the third week. And of course you get whatever, was it the curse or whatever it was? whatever it was. And once you get that, it's like, that's it. I mean, I think I maxed out at maybe level 14, if that. No, I don't even think that. No, my main character I think is 14, but my other two characters, I think they're like level 3. It's just so stupid. It was not fun. I mean, they're like, oh, it's Wednesday, you know, Arms Day. And then you get packages, and the packages are just straight up garbage. That's nothing that pissed me off. If I'm pushing 400 and you're giving me weapons that are like 250 and weapons that are, you know, 350, that ain't doing me any favors. It's just not. Well, you can infuse it. Yeah, but the problem is, I've got like 8 other guns that I want to infuse. Now you're giving me a piece of trash that I might want to infuse. Now that's going to be number 9? Seriously? Well, guess what? After about 15, you know, it goes in the vault and I forget about it. So, you know, now I understand you got to balance that shit, but I don't know. But I think about all the stuff that was and now isn't. I don't know, it's weird. It's like I don't know if it's like a nostalgia thing or like some sort of, like, I look back fondly, or I look back and I was like, oh, I kind of miss that. I'll be honest, I miss Dinglebot, I ain't gonna lie. Peter Dinklage, I miss him. Now, another thing I wish they had done, I wish they had actually gone above and beyond the call of fucking duty, pun intended, and had actually gotten different voice actors to do the Ghost. I mean, can you imagine Gary Busey as Ghost? I would pay for that. I would pay for a Gary Busey Ghost voice pack. William Shatner, he talks like this. I mean, we've awoken the hive. I mean, can you imagine that? Can you fucking imagine that? I mean, can you imagine that? We've awoken the hive. I mean, holy Jesus. I would pay you money for that. That's DLC I would pay for. That is extra shit that I would pay for. $20. I would pay $20 for William Shatner fucking, maybe $10. Let's not be too radical here. I'd pay maybe $10. $10? You know? You give Shatner $5, Activision gets like $2.50, and Bungie gets $2.50. Fuck you, perfect. I would pay for William fucking Shatner. Betty goddamn White. Can you imagine Betty goddamn White as your Ghost? Can you imagine Pee Wee Herman as your Ghost? Seriously. No, seriously. They do that kind of shit on PC. I would pay for that. But no, seriously, Gary fucking Busey? You would not want to go through the entire universe of Destiny 1 with Gary goddamn Busey as your fucking Ghost. Really? Really? Seriously, like I said, I would pay for that. I would willingly pay for that. But no, they don't want to do that. So yeah, I've got a little soft spot for Peter fucking Dinklage. Now, what I would have done is keep Peter fucking Dinklage the way it was. I would have. And you could add in the Nolan bot, or whatever the fuck they're calling it. Okay, he could have done the new stuff. Each DLC, you could have had a different voice actor. Or, you know, okay, fine. So, let's say Dinglebot, you know, I don't know, let's say he died. And you get a new one. You get the Nolan bot. At least you could keep it for the early stuff. The stuff that was already there, already established, and then you have the new stuff. I mean, I would much rather have that. So I just don't like I don't like having something and have them take it away. I don't like that. It irritates me. And I don't care. You could, oh, Dingo, he wasn't that good. I don't care if he was that good. I don't like when they change actors in midstream, mid-fucking movie. I hate that. I hate that. Like when they went from Christopher Reeves, they went to that one kid who looked like Christopher Reeves, and then they went to John Travolta, the new one. I hate that guy. I hate that guy. He don't look like Superman to me. He looks like John fucking Travolta. I'm waiting for the disco ball to come down. He's like, thrusting his hips in a little white suit. Fuck that. He annoys me. That's why I didn't like the first Man of Steel. Now, Batman, I kind of got into him being Superman in the Batman vs. Superman movie. I kind of got into that. It's like, okay, he established he's the new Superman, so okay, fine. So now that I see him as Superman, I can get past it. But that first time, I mean, other than the one kid, whatever the fuck his name is, the only reason I didn't use him because he was doing another movie. Well, wait for him to get fucking done then, dumbass. Because he looked like Christopher Reeves. He had mannerisms like Christopher Reeves. Where John Travolta kid doesn't. Harry, or whatever the fuck his name is. Whatever that guy's name is. And nothing against the guy, it's just, you had somebody who looked like Christopher Reeves, or had mannerisms, and moments, and there's certain camera angles, it's just like, holy shit, he looks like Christopher Reeves. That looks like the Superman that I remember as a kid. Okay, Superman Returns. Now, I'm not saying Superman Returns was a good movie, don't get me wrong. But, you know, you had a guy who looks like it. Now, he could have spent a couple minutes in the gym, I'm not gonna lie. He could have. But, you know. And again, nothing against the guy who's playing Superman right now. Nothing against him. But it's just like, oh, I hate when they switch characters like that, or switch actors. I fucking hate that. It irritates me. That gives me the shits. Now, if they had done it where it's like, okay, Dinglebot did this stuff, Nolanbot does this stuff, and maybe we'll get somebody for year 3 to do this new stuff. Which they kind of did. They kind of did that with, like, Cade had a moment in the second to last DLC. So you had all this stuff with Cade and the stash and the rocket and stuff, and it was Cade. He was all part of it. And then whoever the other one is, the Iron Banner guy, he was sort of the main guy there. They sort of did that idea, where each section they had their own unique identity. They could have done that with multiple ghosts. I don't see why they couldn't have. It'd be a little obnoxious, I'm not going to say. But the idea of having a choice, like you could have multiple ghost voice. I don't see why that's a problem. And especially if it's something I'm interested in. Because it's just, you know, it's aesthetics. Who gives a fuck? If I want the fucker to sound like Nolan, or I want him to sound like Dingle, who the hell cares? Now, obviously, they didn't want Dinglebot, Peter Dinklage, because obviously he's busy and he's not going to just jump every time they need DLC. And he's probably a prick too. He probably didn't want to do it anymore. So it's just easier to get rid of the fucker, little bastard. But I'm sorry, nothing beats "We've awoken the hive." Okay, nothing beats that fucking line. And if you listen to Nolanbot, his rendition of that line is just complete garbage. "We've awoken the hive." I mean, seriously, Dingle's like, "We've awoken the hive." It's, dude, it's classic. It's like Star Fox 64 classic stupid, okay? Irritates me. It just does. It's just they have this where they give and take, and I don't like that, especially in a game like this where it's like, stop taking shit, especially that I bought. Anyways, but yeah, I would definitely pay for character packs or ghost voice packs. I really would. I mean, well, who else could you have? Shit, imagine Obama as a ghost. Imagine Trump as a ghost. Huge. I mean, holy shit. We've awoken that. I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. I would pay for that. I would pay for Trump. I would pay for Obama. Shit. I would pay for that stuff. And I would do it with a fucking smile on my face. Like, here's my wallet, rate me. Whatever. It's a wasted opportunity. Anyways. So, yeah, what else is there? So, I guess we're going to start off by the looks of it, if I'm completely correct by this. I think we're going to start off, we're going to play the one of the three. I'm assuming it's what's her face, the Warlock chick. And her voice was really sexy in that opening sequence. I don't know what it was. I'm not big on like bald black women, but I don't know. It was kind of sexy the way she said it. I was like, the way she's I think she's talking to Cade there, and she's holding that little tablet. I'm like, damn, she's cute. You know, she probably look like shit in real life. I don't know, but I'm kidding. I'm lusting after a CG character, whatever. But no, I was like, damn, kind of get behind that. And I love me some Lance Reddick. I ain't gonna lie. He's from Fringe. So to get to see him, you know, get to do some stuff. Yeah, I gotta be honest. Lance Reddick, when he first did voice acting for Destiny Vanilla, I gotta be honest with you, it was kind of poor. There's that one sequence right at the Earth strike where he's introducing it and he's like, we'll send their souls screaming back to hell. It's just really piss poor delivery. But then in the second DLC, or the whatever the last DLC was that we just had, like he's kicking it up, man. He's like, you know, he's into this shit now. He's totally got into the shit. Which apparently he plays too, I guess, what they said. That's cool. The fact that Lance Reddick is playing Destiny, the fact he's in it and playing it, that's fucking cool, man. And you gotta feel bad for fucking Lance, man. Even he didn't get to do the freaking raids. So, like, well, 50% of people didn't get to play him. Yeah, and Lance Reddick is one of them. How the fuck is Lance Reddick not get to do the raids? I mean, seriously, are you kidding me? If anybody should have got to do the damn raid, it's him. Yeah, I never got to do the last raid. The machine raid, or whatever the fuck it was. Never got to do it. And it pisses me off because that fucking gun. I want that stupid Prime, whatever the fuck it is, gun. Where you gotta turn on those monitors. Oh, god damn, it pisses me off. They need to stop that fucking shit. Stop putting cool shit into the fucking... stop putting it behind paywall like that, because that's bullshit. And the freaking SIVA clusters, stop putting that shit in strikes, okay? Especially when you got jump puzzles and bullshit, because I don't want to sit there for 15 minutes making people that I don't know wait for me as I stumble the fuck around and I keep falling. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. I mean, there's no reason for that shit. Oh, I even tried to do it with friends, and it's like, after a while, I just said, you know what, fuck it, let's just go. It pisses me off. Just, whatever. It's like I still can't get those last 3 calcium fragments, because you got to play the one raid on hard. I have 47 of the 50, and I can't get those last fucking 3 because I can't play that fucker on hard. Or I just wish they'd let me play the fucker myself. Just let me have a mini version of the freaking raid so I can go in there and poke around and find the calcium fragments for myself instead of having somebody tell me. Oh my god, I just want to play the damn thing. Just let me enjoy it without having other people ruin it for me, or have other people, you know, just be there, you know, to fuck it up. I wish they'd let you play, you know, a mini version of the raid. Or even a one-time thing. Like, okay, like when the raid opens up, have like a solo mini version of it where you can just kind of run through it, get an idea of what to do, maybe get a weapon out of it or something, or a piece of equipment or something, and just let me have an understanding of what to fucking do. You know, if there's SIVA clusters or some fucker cluster fuckers, let me get in there and do that and get that shit myself. I would much rather be able to poke around in the raid myself and like jump around and try to find hidden stuff. I'd much rather have that opportunity than to sit there and try to do jump puzzles while everybody's sitting there waiting for me. I don't like the way that feels. I don't want to be a part of that. No thank you. Fuck you. Okay? But yeah, the stupid thing opens up on the map. You could have an introduction. You can just kind of go in there, walk through. You know, maybe they even explain it a little bit if you want that. I mean, because not everybody's going to have time to try to grasp that. Now, granted, personally, if you're going for like a bigger audience, one of the problems is the shit is daunting. It is a literal, physical, daunting task. And some people just, between wife and kids and work and shit, taking a shit, the whole nine, they just don't have time to sit there and learn the nuances of, well, you gotta hit the sister in the nipple, but if you hit her in the face, you gotta go around the back and look at this shrine, and if it's got a light, then you tell everybody to run to the podium. Nobody's got time for that. People just don't have time for that. Now, the people who do are the people who get to enjoy it. The rest of us, which I actually have time to do, it's just I don't have always a lot of people to play with. I got a lot of people on my friends list that's just not always playing it. They get bored and they get tired and they got life, you know? So having it be something I can do myself on my own time, at my own pace, I would much rather appreciate that. Or even if it's just something where you can just kind of go in and play in the area. You know, maybe not engage the boss necessarily, but, you know, you can get from point A to point B. You know, like there was one time I got behind the vault of glass. I was by myself, and I was able to get behind the vault of glass. Now there was a trick where you can get off your little bike and kind of hop in. Basically, I was fucking around, and a bunch of other guys were playing. They opened it up. I went in there with them, and then we get down to a certain point. All of a sudden, they disappeared, and I'm stuck in there. And I was like, oh, fuck, because I was like so close, man. I was so close. I'd never been in there. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. Finally get to explore in here a little bit. If they could do something like that where you could explore it on a solo level, that would be awesome. But, you know, like I am actually asking them, let me play the damn thing. Let me play the shit. I'm paying for the raid. Let me play it. Let me play it the way I want to play it. If I want to play it by myself, that should be my prerogative. Don't tell me it's more fun if you play with 17 other people and, you know, you sit on each other's lap and shake each other's nuts off. No. It's not more fun. What's more fun is me having fun. Me sitting there waiting for somebody to show up. I'm like, you know, because then you got to get up, you got to get to the tablet or the PC, then you got to try to find somebody, and then you got to connect with them, which is like, oh, put in your username and password or whatever the fuck it is, and it's like, oh, geez, it's just such a pain in the ass to get it all set up. And you got to do it with like 5 other fucking people, and it's like, I mean, it's okay if you need like 1 or 2 other people, maybe even 3 other people, but 4 and 5, 6, it's, you know, 4 and 5 is definitely going to be pushing it. But anyways, I gotta pee, I'll tell you that much. Ooh, I gotta pee, dude. Wow. Holy shit, this is like it's an hour and 40 fucking minutes. Anyways, so yeah, this is my my Destiny 2 podcast. Fuck you, that's what it's gonna be. My podcast. Anyways, that's it. You know, whatever.